Hey y'all, hey, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Welcome back. You already know, welcome back. So today we're going to just get into a little transmission I got that I want to share with you guys. And today the word that came forth, there were two actually. Reflection, and I want to talk about reflection from two different aspects, and then the word unity. Okay, and I'm also going to discuss that from two different aspects. Okay, so when it comes to reflection, I got serious thought and consideration. So reflection in this aspect is where you take time to think things through. You're not in a rush, you're not in a hurry. You reflect on where you are, how things are going. And in this aspect, it's a reflection where you're contemplating. Many of you, this is about contemplating your relationships. It's also the contemplation of your connections in general. This could be in business, family, friends, lovers, relationships, whatever ship it is. Friendship, relationship, partnership. Okay, so in this reflection, as you're taking a moment to reflect, as you're examining these connections, there's a question to be asked. And this question is, for some of you, are you giving more than you are receiving? Because the most balanced, harmonized relationships are ones that are reciprocal, where there's an energy exchange. It's not one person doing, or one person giving, or one person receiving. Reciprocity is what makes for a more fulfilling ship, partnership, relationship, friendship, family, right? And so how you'll know if there's any imbalance, or if, as you're asking that question, when you're asking that question, are there any feelings of resentment that are being raised up? Are you feeling resentful about anything that you're doing for someone? Is what you're doing feeling like it's depleting you? Like you're going for someone, but they're not going as hard for you. Or you're doing, but then you don't feel like you could get that person to do for you, or that group, or that company to do for you. That's always a clue. It's an indication of something being imbalanced. It's an indication of it not being a reciprocal ship, partnership, relationship, friendship. In this energy of reflecting, there's like this second half to it. So that's one aspect of reflecting, right? Reflecting on where you are within your connections. Now I want to go inward. And this reflection is how you're unearthing your natural gifts and talents. It's about the reflection of you and self. So when you reflect, let's take a mirror. We have a little mirror here, right? When you're looking in a mirror, what do you see? You see your image. And the mirror is only going to reflect back to you what you're seeing. So if you want to see something different within your world, you change your inner world. It comes internal in order for it to show up for you externally. What do you see when you're looking in the mirror? A lot of times we focus outwardly about the changes others need to make and how you want to see the world, but You have to become the change you want to see in the world. In order for the mirror to reflect, we're talking about reflection again, something different. It's about you becoming what you want to see in the world. So if you want to see more kindness in the world, or you feel like there's just angry people around you, are you presenting kindness? Or is that man in the mirror, that woman in the mirror, giving what they're asking? Because all the change starts within self first, and then it's reflected outward. So we're dealing with two different aspects today. I probably should have started with the internal, but internally, it's the man in the mirror, it's the woman in the mirror. Also, when we're talking about reflection, because many of you are coming into this form of unearthing new talents, new skills, you're embracing your gifts, is what I'm hearing. And so as you're embracing these gifts, sometimes you can get a little bit not sure of yourself. And what I'm being encouraged to share with you is to focus on what it is that you want. Because if you're focusing on what it is that you don't want, then that's what's going to be reflected back to you, as we're drawing the message back together about reflection. What's being reflected to you in the mirror is what you're putting out. So if you're constantly focused on what you don't want, then you're going to see more of what you don't want, instead of focusing on just what it is that you want. So let's give an example of this. Let's say, like I was saying, you think people are very rude and they don't, they're not considerate of other people, and so you complain about that. Oh, I don't know, these people are so rude and da 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 da. And then you get more instances where people are naturally more rude to you, instead of being more more encouraging. So let's give another example of that. You've had a few bad relationships and you focus on the bad that went wrong instead of the lessons that you learned and the good that has come from those lessons. So if you complain about, oh, these women are no good, oh, these men are no good, then you're going to draw more no good men or no good women into your energy field. It's about focusing on what you want reflected back to you. The same thing can happen within business. If you know that you want to be an entrepreneur, but you're focusing on, I don't ever want to work a 9 to 5. I don't ever want to work with someone, and these are the words that you're speaking. So this is your self-talk. Then what you're showing God, what you're showing the universe, your words are becoming manifest. And many of you, this is coming forth because you're manifesting your dreams right now, is what I'm getting. So it's like, if you focus on it already being achieved and seeing the end outcome of what it is that you want, so you're focusing on what you want, then it'll be reflected back to you. When you're having thoughts, pay attention to what it is that you're focused on. Like, you want to be an entrepreneur. You want healthy reciprocal relationships. But what is your self-talk saying? Because those are the feelings that you're having. And so that's what you're focused on. As I was saying, you want the healthy relationship, but all you can focus on or talk about is what's went wrong, how you've been hurt, this and that. And so you'll draw in more people that have been hurt, that are on that same vibrational frequency as you are. If you talk about your bills and being broke and how you hate paying bills, then you're going to get more energy of more bills and things that you hate doing, because people say these things a lot without realizing that you're infusing those feelings with energy. Now, I'm not saying deny those things or deny those feelings. They're going to come up. They come up, you acknowledge them, but you don't put a lot of energetic feeling force behind it, so that you're becoming a conscious creator. You're conscious of your words. You're conscious of what your internal conversations are. And it's a skill set to gain, because it's easy to just get in a pattern of saying the same thing because you've been so used to saying it. or you've had things go this way for so long. But what I'm getting is many of you, and this is important to become this conscious creator, because many of you are manifesting dreams at this time. I keep hearing that. Reflection, manifesting dreams, okay? And so it's like there's a lucky break that's coming for some of you, or a surprise gift. And when this gift is coming, are you going to push it away with your words, with your energy? That's where it's time to reflect. Give serious thought and consideration to your internal conversations. Give serious thought and consideration to having clarity to focus on what it is that you want, so that you're not giving out mixed signals, because you want a thing and you want it a certain way, but then your internal conversation is not holding that focus long enough. So there is this time to be more aware, to gain more focus, more clarity on being a conscious creator and focusing on what you want, and being aware of what your internal conversations are. Okay, and so I also got some numbers with this. The number 13 could be significant to some of you. Also the number 4, because I got 13 and 22. Both of those total 4. So 13, 22, 4. And then 46. And then that's 1. So some of you, 4 is about the stability. It's about harmony. So harmonizing your thoughts. There's also this energy of harmonizing collectively, like a collective potential happening right now. So how I was seeing this is like, many of you are very independent, but we live in a world where we need others. We collaborate together. We are a collective, right? And so we have shared experiences, shared values, not with everyone, but so it will be like soul family. You have the same shared experiences. You have shared values, and so there's like a collective interdependent type of essence that's flowing. The thing about this is that yes, we need each other, especially to reach our full potential, and we are more powerful when we help each other, okay? But at the same time, there is this energy of being self-reliant. So it's like the opposite side of the coin, and you want to keep things balanced. You don't want to be so independent that you don't know how to balance it out with being interdependent. Because as I said, we are more powerful when we help each other. For some, let's get into this. I want to go to the back now. You may have been struggling, feeling like you need to be very independent, doing things all on your own. And this could be struggling in any aspect, struggling with addiction, whatever addiction may be, because we all have, there's so many different addictions. Just name it. Anything can be an addiction. Gossiping can be an addiction. Overeating can be an addiction. Smoking, drinking, drugs, addiction. If you're constantly doing something and you have to do that thing, pay attention to your internal conversations, okay? Struggling also with phobias, a fear of missing out, a fear of lack, phobias, not just of spiders like arachnophobia, but phobias. These are real things, okay? Struggling with debt, struggling, whatever it may be, struggling, right? Struggling to be independent, struggling to be interdependent, struggling to find the balance between them both, interdependence and interdependent. What you're being encouraged to know at this time is that your strength at this time is needed. Okay? It's like you already knowing, feeling that you can achieve overcoming this struggle is providing you with nurturing. It's allowing you to receive a peaceful resolution to your struggles. Is it going to be easy? No, not necessarily. But is it possible? Yes, all things are possible. So, standing strong, nurturing yourself, nurturing your dreams, refusing to be dissuaded in any way, shape, or form. This is going to help you get over those struggles. This is going to assist you with manifesting your dreams. This is going to assist you with having unity of your heart and your mind as you're becoming a conscious creator, as you're recognizing your internal conflict, UNITY, in heart and mind. Change is possible if you have faith. Change is possible with whatever you're struggling with if you have faith. There's this essence of knowing when it's time to stand your ground and not be swayed. Change is possible if you have faith. Okay? So that's just a small word that I wanted to share with you today. Continue to manifest your dreams. Continue to take the time to reflect on your internal world and reflect on what's happening with your relationships around you. Reflecting on your independence and your interdependence. Because we do need others at times in our lives. And then there are times where you do stand your ground and not be dissuaded or swayed. Find that balance. Take that moment to have some deep thought and consideration about how to balance that out. Okay? I want to thank you for joining me, Tonae Star, here with Tonae Star Enterprises. And, always shoot for the moon. And even if you miss, you are still amongst the stars. And, of course, to always let your light shine bright. Do what? Let your light shine bright. Always let your light shine bright. Do what? Let your light shine bright. Thank you for joining me.